What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. Now, with this video, we're going to be jumping into some X-Men with Excalibur issue number 23. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with Excalibur, go ahead and check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on in this line. And in this issue, we are getting some of that great Dr. Doom, seeing him used much more actively, especially since the Hellfire event. We're gonna see exactly why Dr. Doom has come to Excalibur seeking passage to Avalon. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 23, Excalibur is getting woken up because Dr. Doom has made his arrival, making his way to Braddock Isle. And Dr. Doom has come here because his intelligence has told him that Morgan Le Fay has left Otherworld. And so because she has left, there is something that he seeks that she has left there. And with this gate being the only access to that realm, he is telling Betsy that she needs to step aside. But Betsy lets him know that there is no way that he is getting through without a mutant guide. Thinking of this already, this is when we see him pull out a freaking baby, a mutant baby, saying that this is his key. Now, of course, first they're jumping to... Now, Jubilee, she starts jumping to conclusions, assuming almost instantly that he had stolen this baby from somebody. But he reassures them that though this child is not his own, this child is merely useful to him, and it does not matter where he got it from. At the end of the day, he is going to get through this gate and he is going to take this mutant baby with him. Now Betsy, she makes a compromise here, telling him that the Otherworld is just far too dangerous right now, especially for an infant mutant. And so if he truly wants to go, then the baby will stay here on Krakoa and Excalibur will be his guide through the realm. And of course, Dr. Doom, he does what he usually does. He talks down to everybody in the room, tries to play like he is the smartest and wittiest individual to ever have existed. But at the end of the day, the offer is on the table and he has to take it or leave it. And of course, he wants to go to find out what Morgan had there, to take it back as his own. He's willing to make this deal. And this is where we see them traveling through Avalon. And as they're traveling along, they're having a discussion about Lady Morgan, about everything that she has been up to, about sitting on the seat of Camelot as queen, though that did not last very long. But as it stands, it has not been returned to Arthur. And though Arthur hasn't really asked for it, Betsy doesn't feel like she has any obligation to do so. And as they arrive at the Valley of Wailing Mists, they come to the location where it should be. It should be in this area somewhere close. But from the mist comes an assassin trying to kill them. Not understanding why, not understanding what is going on here. But they shouldn't be so surprised because they have lots of enemies. Every single one of them. And though the assassin, he made his attack, he's not attacking again, not disclosing his location, not giving them the opportunity to make a counterattack. Now during all of this, Dr. Doom, he zoomed off. He zoomed off to try to find Camelot, to try to find the castle. And with Excalibur catching up to him in the location where the castle should be, it is no longer there. And so we see our team Excalibur, they talk to the grass, they talk to the fairies, they talk to everything around them to try to figure out where it went. And while they're trying to figure this out, Dr. Doom is trying to piece together everything that's been going on. Because we have Morgan gone, we have Arthur gone, Morgan's castle is now gone, and that begs the question, where is Merlin and where is Mordred? But Jubilee interrupts to let us know that the castle had been sold. Someone came and picked it up with magic, and her best guess is to check out the Crooked Market. And that's what's going to take us to the High Street. And we see Captain Britain and Dr. Doom making their way to the head of the market, with the rest of Excalibur headed down and going to do some gambling. Cause of course, what else is Gambit gonna do in his downtime? And with Doom and Betsy making their way to the chairperson in charge, this is when they're met by James Jasper, currently the chairperson in charge of the Crooked Market. And of course, this is absolutely disgusting to Dr. Doom, thinking this to be completely absurd. And of course, Dr. Doom, he wastes no time getting to the point, telling Jasper that there is something that he is seeking that may have come through the market. Now Jasper, he's not one to be as direct as Dr. Doom, telling him that he's paid a small fortune to get information about Dr. Doom and his relationship with Morgan Le Fay, because this information is extremely valuable. And because of this, Jasper is willing to more or less throw him a bone. For all the money that he has made off of Dr. Doom gossip, he is willing to give him whatever is left behind. And what Jasper brings down is simply a box. Now Dr. Doom, he's a little confused because he is looking for a castle. He is looking for a palace right now. But this is all that is left behind. And things go from 0 to 100 so very quickly, because Jaspers is not going to be giving up this box. Not just willingly, there has to be some kind of trade. And of course, this causes Doom to just start losing it. And what he is really searching for is to be able to call on Doom whenever he needs him, or to have the power of Doom behind him whenever he calls. Now, of course, Doom, he's not going to agree to this, not wanting to be at the command of any man, let alone any mutant. And as things start to go a little bit sideways, we see Betsy try to interject, coming between the two of them. Of course, Doom, he takes this as a challenge. Anybody who steps up to him, who shows any kind of aggression, they're always challenging him. Everybody's an enemy to him. And while these two are arguing, with Betsy pulling out her sword and things getting a little bit serious, this is where we see a Fury showing up and coming here to assassinate what they're calling Friends of Mordred, coming in the name of the Forge Master Federal and the Furies of the Eternal Everforge, telling Captain Britain that she needs to surrender or they all are going to die. And of course, that's not going to happen, and we see the Fury attacking her. Betsy blocks all of this. With Dr. Doom grabbing the box, him and Betsy, they head up above the city, trying to figure out what is going on, trying to figure out why this is happening. Now, these Furies are no joke, because they hunt superhumans, and they learn very quickly. They analyze attacks, and they learn from it. And the thing about that is there is an entire nation now in Otherworld full of them. And with all of Excalibur now getting surrounded inside of the city, with Furies all around them, Betsy has to think quick on her feet. And as she is going toe to toe with one of these Furies, she tries to converse. She tries to let it know that they are now citizens of Otherworld, and she is the hand of the Citadel. And if they are to make war this day, they will be fighting the very axle upon which Otherworld turns. Now, gathering this new information, the Furies, they start processing this. And though they do follow the Forge Master Federal, with him swearing fealty to King Arthur because the king has returned, but they also earn the rights to be citizens of Otherworld. And so that means they are locked in to following the Citadel laws. And so, not knowing what to do next, they make their retreat, heading back to the Forge Master Federal. This fight comes to a conclusion, and Dr. Doom now having what he wants as he opens this box up. This box is the castle itself. And that night, we have Betsy and Gloriana both sitting down and having a conversation. That conversation being about Mordred, because Mordred is the son that was cast out by Arthur. And believing during that time era, or those people may not have understood what a mutant would have looked like or would have been. So if Mordred were to be a mutant, were to have the X gene, it could be a good reason why Arthur decided to cast him out. Not understanding it, thinking it to be witchcraft or darkness or something of that nature. Because when the Furies were attacking, they were saying friends of Mordred, and they were scanning the mutants. Which brings them to the conclusion that Friends of Mordred could very well be Mordred, meaning that Mordred the mutant would be the new target. And that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This has been a very interesting development. Mordred possibly being a mutant, possibly having the X gene. And it was really awesome to see Dr. Doom really having to interact with individuals but not getting his way. And he's having to do that more and more with the X-Men, believing he may have the upper hand here and there until they terraform a freaking planet. And so we can only assume that Doom, he's jealous, he's envious of all of this. And so anytime he's around mutants, he feels like he has to flex. He has to show off and act like he is superior to them in every way. Now, obviously, we are seeing the mutants evolve at a drastic and astronomical rate. So much so that people like Dr. Doom, they're definitely feeling threatened. They're definitely having some kind of concern with this new power rising. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.